Backstage Capital.
Welcome to Backstage Capital.
Backstage Capital, what's up?
It's a venture fund that invests in underrepresented founders. And we invested in about 50 companies, and some of them are in that room. We're not a .org.
No .org.
No .org.
Nonprofit. We're out
We're
here
shucks.
investing in any other venture funds.
Yeah.
First of all, we just want to say thank you and have you all in the same room. And I think this represents maybe a half of our portfolio, something like that. I don't know how many people are in here. But just watching you all walk in towards me, it was like, this is your life. This is so fantastic. You guys are, I'm like later at Airbnb, I'm probably going to cry the whole time. So I'm not going to do that here. But and I did it in South by, but look, I'm not crying, y'all. Just so we can get to know, so people know who people are, so they can talk, during this break and also at Airbnb, and so we can all kind of catch up. And then we'll talk a little bit about the crew. And then I thought it would be, again, making lemonade out of lemons with moving the venue. You guys can ask me and the rest of the crew questions like, what's going on with the fund? Like, what do you expect to happen in next year? We'll turn that camera off when we do that, and we'll just chat. I think that's a good use of our time together, because I won't be able to do that at Airbnb because it'll be LPs in the room, it'll be guests in the room. So I think that's a good way to start. Christy thought it would be great to
Intro. So not everybody has had a chance to meet everybody else. So we thought maybe we could take like 30 seconds and do like popcorn style. So like start with all the headliners, maybe right here with Courtney and Ty from Share. And then we'll go around the room, and then after that we'll give the crew a chance to get intro, because I know there's some new folks in the crew that maybe not everybody has met, and some new things we're working on.
We connect salon owners to stylists that fill empty salon space on demand. So like Airbnb for your stylists.
My purpose with Backstage is to find new resources, events, anything that can help you build your companies individually, but also collectively as a community. And we're thinking about a lot of ways to build that community even stronger when you're not in the same room.
So definitely reach out to Amrit. Spend today getting to know her, because she's the one who's going to hook you up with different resources, take your feedback, and get it back to us on how we can be more helpful.
And if there's something that you want a discount on, or you see that someone else, maybe an accelerator or another fund, has it, and you want that for us, let me know.
Yes.
And we'll go out and get
Yes.
it for
You may have heard me on the podcast with this one over here.
Backstage Capital. If you don't listen to the podcast, please subscribe to it. Listen to it every once in a while when you have a chance, when you're commuting, or on a flight to a meeting, that sort of thing. Again, it's just like this, it helps bring more people to the yard.
Yeah, thank you for listening. I also have the Mission and Values podcast, which is a Backstage Capital podcast, and I've even featured some of you in this room. Emily, anyone else here yet? So stay tuned for, coming at you. And before I worked at Backstage, I was a product designer. So I've been working with a lot of headliners on pitch decks. That's like a very nice, sweet spot for me, because it deals with strategy, design, product. As you all know, because you all make pitch decks, it's just a great entry point to kind of figure out where I can help you best with my product and visual design skills. So yeah, there's plenty of stuff we can work on. I'm sure it'd be independent, for each person. But definitely, let me know where you need help. It could be even just brainstorming and strategy and stuff too. So
Great. Thank you.
And Brian is responsible for our beautiful website.
Yeah, the aesthetics of the logo was done by someone else, but anything else that's aesthetics for Backstage is mostly Brian. And can we have Chacho?
So I'm Chacho Valadez. I am an apprentice here at Backstage, so learning the investment process from both Christy and Arlan. My main focus is to scout Latinx entrepreneurs, which is my passion, and also working with the mentors as well. So I'm the point of contact for that. So if you need help getting in contact with a mentor or anything, I'm the person to reach out to.
Wonderful. The mentors themselves, and that's why I'm glad a lot of them will be here tonight, that, even if you just use Mentorlib to kind of find faces.
And talk about Diane just a little bit.
Okay, great.
And she is, and Arlan already said that before, she is responsible for the web series and is a creative force. So this is just kind of like an ask. So we have the mentor portal, I know when I'm out and about talking about Backstage, people ask me how they can get involved, even if they're not entrepreneurs that are raising. So if you know accomplished people in your lives that you think might be beneficial to the rest of the portfolio as mentors, we're happy to onboard them. Diane's running the Cover Project, which is where aspiring entrepreneurs can apply and get a book for free from Backstage. We featured books like Venture Deals by Brad Feld and Jason Mendelsohn. We have an upcoming book coming from Jason Calacanis called Angel. I was reminiscing on our meeting yesterday because we met at Park 55.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was. Oh, yeah. I thought that was the bomb.
I was like so impressed when I went to
like,
meet
look
her
at-
at Park 55. I was like, this is the nicest hotel. And then yesterday,
It was so cheap on Hotels.com, y'all.
yesterday we met at the St. Regis, and I was like, done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't staying there. We just met there.
So I wanted to have pink hair since I was like 12 years old. And I couldn't do it in school because we had really strict rules about dress code. And I graduated, and then I couldn't do it because I worked at places that had really strict dress codes. And so this past weekend, I told Arlan, I'm like, hey, I think I'm gonna do something different with my hair. She's like, do whatever you want to do. And then I went to the stylist. She gave me pink hair, and I went and I met my friend. And my friend, as soon as she saw me, she said, you finally work somewhere where you can be yourself.
Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful.
It was a moment.
And we're on. 2 years at Backstage Capital. And today we're going to go celebrate with 100 of our closest friends and a few guests. And we've been staying in this Airbnb for a crew retreat in San Francisco, and I've just been coming out here as much as possible to reflect on the past 3 years and the past 2 years especially. And I still don't know what to say about it because it's still really surreal. Just kind of want to capture this moment right now for me. So, Mom,
Yes.
what do you think of our founders that we've invested in, that you got to meet a lot of in March and we'll be meeting more of tonight?
I'm there. Every story is interesting. Every story is different, and it's just amazing what they've come up with. You know, from an idea to an actual product is just fascinating.
Am I your favorite founder at Backstage?
Yeah, your invention. I mean, what you did with that thing that you did. Is,
Do you not recognize that I invented Backstage Capital?
Oh yes, that's what it was. I knew it was something. Call any of my friends and say, who does Arlene talk about?
So you're saying you like me?
No, I'm not saying all that.
Would you say that I am the best thing that has ever happened ever to you, to Alfred, my brother, to everyone in the family?
You know what your greatest attribute is? Your greatest one.
What's that?
It's your modesty. I have never met anyone as modest as you are. I think Arlan is the product of a lot of things. She's self-motivated. She's self-inspired. She may give a lot of credit to different people, but it's really Arlan. You know, when she was in kindergarten through elementary school, she never brought homework. She always did it at school before she came home. She never wanted help. She never required help. If she took on something, she couldn't swim. So she took swimming lessons in the 5th grade, and then she became the best. So she's always been motivated to become the best.
Oh, where's my badge?
Yeah, like this.
This is, I'm gonna hug again. Oh my God, how you doing? Royalty in the building. I'm so excited. Thank you for coming. I'm happy to be here.
I will. I'm good with moms. Moms
Yeah,
love me.
I have a feeling.
In fact, it's the only reason my wife married me.
Hey Arlan, congrats on your 2-year anniversary. I'm sorry I couldn't be there with the team to celebrate in person, but you've done a fabulous job so far. I'm honored to be an investor and part of the Backstage family. I think what you're doing is critical for the industry more now than ever. I hope you get to take a few minutes to celebrate and then get back to work.
Okay, enough of that.